Alright guys, so these are the fuel injectors that I got. The refurbished fuel injectors. Basically, they replace the seals in the outer and a few seals on the inside, and then they test it to make sure that the flow is adequate. And they try to match all four, so they all four have the same flow. So it's easy to do. You just have to make sure that your fuel line has been depressurized, or you haven't been running it for over an hour or two. And then, just like a spark plug, got to remove the wire off here. The fuel line's got to come off, and then you just pluck them out, slide the new one in, and then just basically put the fuel line and the electrical connection back on properly. So let's get turned into the car. The main reason why I'm replacing these is because, like I said in one of the other videos, I'm getting a low spark, I think it was, or lean condition. That's what it was. I'm getting a lean condition, and it's only when they put it on the dyno. So I'm thinking that these things are clogged, or they're not getting enough fuel. So that's why I'm replacing my fuel filter and my fuel pump. So let's go ahead and get turned into the Jeep and see what we got. Alright guys, so let's pop the hood and get going on these projects. Alright guys, so now we're going to be replacing the fuel injectors. In order to get to all that, you have to remove your air box and a few other components in here, and I'll show you which one we'll need to remove as we go. It's not too hard to get to, but you're going to want to get to this fuel rail right here. Take this cap off right here and drain the pressure out of it. You don't need to drain the gas, just drain the pressure out of it. I'd put a towel underneath just to kind of collect the fuel. Fairly simple job, just a few things you got to remove from the engine bay. What you're going to need to remove is your fuel line or your throttle cable, and then this TXV line. This helps the transmission shift at the right point. Really easy to do. You just got to push them forward, and this one you just got to pry off. Once you have that removed, there's a bracket here. I believe they're 10 millimeters. There's 1, 2, and I think there's a third one. Just 2 on this one. 2, and then you can take this bracket off, okay, and then you're right at your fuel injector rail. Now you will be removing one already, but there's another one back here, another nut. I believe it's 10 millimeter as well. Before you remove both of them, remove all 4 of your connections going to the fuel injectors, and then you know, you can always label them, but just to let you know, this looks like it's green and red. This one will be the white and yellow. Coming up front, green, I can't really tell the colors, but green and red, and then white and blue would be the last one. So just try not to get them mixed up. I know it can happen, but just try not to. So let's go ahead and get some parts. Okay, so on the fuel injector there is a clip. You just got to pry off one side with a screwdriver and then push down on it, and then the other side will follow. It's holding this rail onto the fuel injector. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of those and get this fuel rail off. So the final two that you need to remove, the 1/2-inch bolt here, or nut, and a 1/2-inch nut in the back. Okay, once you get those removed, this whole fuel rail will just slide right off. I got those new fuel injectors in, everything back together. You got to prime your engine, so you want to let the fuel pump run for about a minute or two just to get fuel back in there, and then crank it a few times just to get the air out of your fuel line. After that's done, you can start it up.